That is totally unfair. I put myself through college. Worked to the bone.
Didn't it cost you like $800 to go to college, though?
Yeah, and I paid every penny of it. Got my degree, got a job, got a house. It's not that difficult.
Okay,
All this loan.
your house costs like a sock of nickels,
Well, it's because I didn't buy coffees every day and avocado toast.
What is with the boomers?
It's ridiculous.
If I'm understanding this correctly, I just made 10 grand overnight. Good thing I put these off. This is awesome.
Really happy for everyone. I ate ramen noodle for 3 years, put 90% of my money to my loans, paid them off. I had a party when I paid them off.
I've been seeing a lot of Christians on my timeline complaining about the loan forgiveness. Seem to think they might be forgetting about someone who forgave them.
Got a big raise recently, above 125K, so I guess I don't get the loan forgiveness. I used my college degree too good. I was too good at using it, and it backfired. And no stimulus check either!
Look at this!
Look at that! Oh my God, it's too good to be true. First of all, we convince people they need to go to college. Strategic communications.
What are you gonna do with that degree? Oh, what are you gonna do with your money?
Pass out more loans. But not
Same thing today, tomorrow, the next day?
I don't care who's paying. It's 16-year-olds or our president. $10,000 off for a bunch of lucky people. If you're someone who works really hard to pay off your loans, it's too bad.
What were you thinking?
Yeah. What are you, an idiot?
Yeah, it's an interesting time to go on the internet. It's an interesting time to just be a guy in the middle because you try to see both sides.
Trying to see both sides. I think we can all agree, no matter what. We're pumped if you got a bunch of free money. We're bummed if you paid it and you missed out on that. But no one should be forgiven for spending tens of thousands of dollars on a university studies degree.
Is that a real one that you've heard of? University studies?
Yeah. Whatever that is.
Just a degree in seminar.
Is that in the fine print? They're like, we'll forgive some loans. I mean, some of these useless ones, you're on your own.
If you didn't have a dedicated building for your degree,
right?
If you were kind of bebopping around campus, you don't get
half your credit hours were at the community college down the street from the university. We can't.
Well, then it was cheaper.
Oh. Katie's back on the podcast.
Surprise.
Just correcting me for an hour and a half.
Correcting opinions.
Yeah, I'm correcting the correct opinions.
We are back. Correct opinions. Please, y'all, it helps so much. Give us a 5-star review. Tell us your favorite thing about
forgiveness
in the reviews. Thank you, and let's have a fun pod. Roll music. Correct opinions. Now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. Oh, we got to care for the minds of our youths.
You only have one
of our parents.
Cerebellum, one cranium,
one amygdala.
Yeah, medulla oblongata.
Yes, one cerebral cortex.
Gotta protect it.
The frontal lobe, don't get me started.
Oh, a lot of memory in there.
And BetterHelp Online Therapy is a great way to support a healthy brain. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat-only therapy sessions, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, and I've done therapy before. I think y'all should do it too. It really helped me out.
You'd be matched with one quickly. I know if you're wanting a therapist, you probably don't want to wait forever. How about waiting 48 hours or less? Sounds pretty good.
Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/correct. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/correct. Okay, let's get into some videos from fans.
What kind of fans?
The ones,
podcast,
the
fans.
one and only,
Recties.
The Recties, the only fans I like.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. I love my OnlyFans.
We got 4 OnlyFans videos.
Hi, my name's
We're
Catherine.
not ready yet. Okay.
What's this first one?
This one is a young lady. So if you want to send in a fan video, please do. Check out our Instagram. It's poppin'. Correct Opinions Instagram. So send us in your videos. We'll be on the pod. We have a few people today. Thank you for submissions. Let's get to it. What's this young gal have to say? Catherine.
And no, I don't go by Katie.
Oh!
But my question is, do your moms watch all your videos? Do they show all their friends? Do they think you're the funniest people on the planet? Or do they give you feedback? I just want to know your mom's reactions to your content.
Good question from Katie.
Thank you, Catherine. Don't call me Katie. I'm not sure how much Jake's mom likes me. I've always wanted to ask, but I didn't feel it was inappropriate.
Yeah, I don't know how our moms feel about each other. I know your mom has got to be one of the friendlier people I've ever met.
Yeah.
Not even speaking of hyperbole, but just like so nice. Every time she'd come to a show, and she did come to a lot of them, she would say, it just gets funnier and funnier and funnier. I've heard the joke. I know what you're going to say, and it's still so funny.
So
like, well,
every time I know it sounds silly. Strong mom energy with mine. Katie and I were traveling one day, and this mom came up. 50-year-old mom in the airport. She's like, "Oh, it's Trey," and her daughter was with her, like probably 18 or something.
Yeah.
And she didn't know who I was. She's like, "Okay," and the mom was like, "Where? Oh, and this is her lovely wife. Where are you guys headed? What are you up to?" And I was kind of like, sometimes the overbearing fans, I'm like, "Can you calm down?" I'm like, I really enjoy that. And Katie's like, "You really like the over-friendly moms. It's kind of what
really
you know."
does.
I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Just feels like home. She's like, we're on a little trip. We're from Nebraska. We saw you when you came there, which is such a great, and your little friend. I don't think she said that, but maybe.
So Karen, if you're listening, he doesn't hate all the questions. I think that's what I'm hearing.
That's not.
Oh,
well,
it's
it
not
was
what?
fun for like 20 seconds.
Oh, I see.
20 years is another. Katie's mom loves me. My mom loves me. Yeah, I guess you can let me know what your mom thinks, but my mom watches every piece of content. Katie gave up on paying attention
That's not true.
to the content a while ago. Yeah, she started getting caught where I'd be like, "What do you think of this one?" She's like, "I missed that one."
She's like, I don't think you posted that one. Like, yeah, I posted it.
So
The only times Katie's listened to the podcast is when she's in the room with us. I think.
exactly, I couldn't get her to listen to it. I was like, I guess just come on it. She's hardly listening probably to us right now.
Yeah, she thinks the podcast is called Correcting Opinions. She doesn't even know what it's called.
What does your mom think?
She watches all the stuff, and I don't know if she listens to this one. I don't know if she listens, but I know she watches all the Jean Short stuff.
Come to your shows, our shows.
Yeah, she came to. Yeah, they were definitely supportive. They came to a handful of shows: St. Louis, Fayetteville, Kansas City. I think the Springfield show. Yeah, they came to several.
What about Katie? Is your mom? Is she really excited about your burgeoning influencer career? 200 followers, like to know it. Everyone follow Katie on like to know it.
Yeah.
200 and counting.
Wow, look at this push I got going. This
Yeah?
is
And counting.
great. I have
Oh yeah.
influencer on the way. I don't think my mom. I don't know. She definitely watches all your videos, but I don't think she listens to the podcast.
Okay.
But
Oh.
I think my 90-year-old grandma does.
Okay. That's a
So,
mom.
What's her name?
Betty.
Betty. Shout out you, Betty. Thanks for listening.
Day one. Recti.
Day one.
Call her that. See what she does.
I don't think.
Thank you, Catherine. Don't call me Katie. Let's get Derek. Give us a little of that PIP, would you? On these picture-in-picture for the in layman's terms.
I was like, can someone
In post, we're gonna do that. I'll explain afterwards. But yeah.
okay.
Oh.
Derek's the man with the plan.
PPIP.
Post-production PIP.
Post.
Pip. Okay. Who's next?
Hi, Trey, Jake, and Katie. My name is Megan.
Hello.
Thank you for having me on the podcast.
She goes by Katie,
It's truly a pleasure. Trey, big fan. Been watching your videos since you were on Vine, and I was at your show in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Hey.
back
Come on,
in
tell me
February.
something. Tell me something.
My question is for all three of you. Now that the busiest part of the tour is over, in retrospect, what would you do differently, knowing what you know now? I also think it's very important to note that I was not the cause for rowdiness at that show.
The Freedom Fighters. She wasn't one of the Freedom Fighters.
Fighters.
I'll say it once. I'll say it again. Our fans. I love most like comedians fans. They're like, tell a dirty joke, and there's like, do your moms love you, and what's a learning experience?
Yeah, that was a deep question.
So thank you, Megan. Not Megan. Megan, I think.
May.
If I could do it all over again, I probably shouldn't have had Jake out.
We learned pretty early on that it was a mistake. But Trey's like, I already asked him to come along for all of it.
Yeah, the Arkansas thing was so if you were at the Fayetteville show, police came, they held up the show because there's apparently drunk, anti-mask people in the crowd. I just made that up to hopefully get Jake to not go out there. No, I'm kidding. Jake's he's great. We're going to Ohio this week, so come out to the fair if you're there. Jake's going to be there. You don't want to miss his set. Don't want to miss mine. But in all seriousness, very busy tour. I think I learned. Correct opinions. More like insightful opinions.
That's fine. I think we learned the pace was way too quick.
Yes.
Right? At one point we did 10 shows in 12 days.
Well, I think you learn just what works and what doesn't. Like, it was tricky. Katie and I, for some of the buses were like, we had our own bedroom in the back and some were the bunks, but you're in the back of the bus. You remember the back of the bus? You're bouncing like, I'm like, was that actually better? I don't know.
Really?
The pace, which, I've said all along, too much. We wouldn't do it again, especially because we do all this during the week. People forget. I don't know how many people were like, so tour's over. What do you do now? Just kind of 6-month vacation? Like, what do you think I was doing before this? Apparently nothing. We're posting things.
I was wondering if you were going to bring this up. I was actually trying to tell the story to some friends yesterday. They were asking about tour life and bus life. And I was like, I slept great. Everyone else, on the other hand, I don't think they did. I was like, Trey especially, he never got better at it. Once every what? Once a week? Once every
Once a leg.
Once every 3 or 4 nights, Trey would wake up in a panic.
Yeah, just try because you're in a little bunk. With the curtain is pitch black, and so I would have a nightmare that I was trapped in a coffin.
It kind of felt like a coffin. The smaller ones were called coffin bunks.
A couple were really small.
Yeah.
I mean, picture yourself laying down, and the bunk above you is maybe 18 inches from your nose.
And if there's a portable DVD player stuck to the roof, then you have even less room.
Yeah, these used to be. They have the DVD players that flip down. I mean, 10 years ago, that was you bring your DVDs.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of lame.
Yeah.
Now.
But yeah, you said you just wake up, you're trying to find the current.
Just batting around. The first night,
That's so funny to me.
Katie, and then some were bigger where you could actually kind of sit up. And there's one night where Katie and I were in there watching a movie. How cute.
Oh, so sweet.
Ugh.
Why didn't you guys tell me?
And I fell asleep, and then I woke up to, somebody get me out of here. And Katie had to be like, it's okay. I'm like, what is my life? It's not. It just.
I remember one of the first
most if they you hear of some guy gets on his tour bus and he's in the bunk with a girl, you're like, what are they doing on there? It's like, I think he's crying.
I think it's claustrophobia. Is what they're doing.
Yeah, it's not.
It was a really romantic time.
I remember one of the first weekends we ever went out. We were all kind of we had our night sleep in the bus, and we were all debriefing kind of in the lounge, like, oh, last night was kind of crazy, right? Everyone's going to go around I couldn't fall asleep. I couldn't stay asleep. And I'm stumbling out there at 11 a.m. Just slept through my entire alarm. Yeah. No, that was crazy. What were you saying? The rumble strip? Yeah, no.
Bumps.
I definitely noticed that.
Yep.
I slept like a baby the whole time. It was awesome.
Katie, Pace, you agree? Katie was at 90% of them.
Yeah. It was a lot.
Okay, glad you enjoyed it.
It was really fun.
One other thing real
really
quick.
fun.
The one time I ever woke up in the middle of the night, turns out we had all woken up when do we even know what happened?
The car wash?
The car wash.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the story I was going to tell. So I'm a really good sleeper, but my fear on the bus was I just kept feeling like, we have this stranger driving us and we're all asleep. Where are we going to end up? Or someone's going to come onto the bus and we're all going to be asleep and they're going to murder us. So
Somalian pirates.
One night it was 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And the bus pulls in somewhere. I wake up and I hear a bunch of men shouting outside of the bus. And I'm kind of thinking this is not right. Where are we? And then you hear this loud.
She's like, I thought we were in the Middle East. I don't know how, but it felt. I heard.
I don't know. I heard Baghdad.
Yeah,
I swear.
Jalalabad. I don't know.
Really was freaking out.
Fallujah.
But then I heard the water. Then I heard all of a sudden water on the bus, and I realized we're in a car wash.
Yeah, he hosed down the car at 5 a.m. It was really.
And it turns out when we all did debrief in the morning, this is the one time I ever woke up. We're all like, you heard water, right? It's yeah, we were all awake and just stayed in our bunks, just all thinking to ourselves, it feels like we're being washed right now. And no one did anything about it. No one got out. No one texted each other. We all just individually were like, it feels like a power washer. It sounds like it, but I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. Thanks for the question, Megan. Next, we've got a lovely gal here. What do you got for us?
Hello, Trey and Jake. I am such a huge fan of the podcast. And so here is my question. When are you releasing Correct Opinions merch? I have Do Less God Bless merch. I have Trey Kennedy Tour merch.
Oh, that's fun.
I have Ghost Runners merch. I really need some Correct Opinions merch. Thanks.
She's got it all.
That's
Tour,
fun that
Jake's podcast. But that's fun. Thank you for your question.
Yeah,
and
cool.
soon, we're working on it.
You gonna tell them how soon? Or you just gonna tell them soon?
No, because I'm not super positive, but we're working on it, and it will be soon. We're gonna do a whole bunch of new merch for everything. Trey Kennedy, jean shorts,
Mr. Beast channels we're not even a part of.
Yeah,
we're gonna release merch.
We're gonna Mr. Beast. We heard sells a lot of shirts, so we're gonna sell some shirts and just take all the money. He's too busy to know.
Just Nike.
That could be an interesting business. Like if we sold like 100 Mr. Beast shirts, that's
not
not
on
worth his time.
It's not on his radar. No.
But make us a couple grand. And...
I'm gonna have one that just says Katie the influencer. We're gonna sell that.
Ooh.
Wait, that's actually genius. Proud Katie. We would sell 75,000 of those shirts. You don't think I have 2.7 million Instagram followers? 75,000 Katies follow me.
It's probably true.
That's not. Yeah, write that down in your head, everyone.
All right.
A shirt that says Katie on it. If you're a Grecty and your name is Katie and you'd wear a shirt that says I'm Katie and I'm proud, let us know because we'll make them.
Maybe new wording. We'll work on the wording.
We'll consult with Katie over here. We know a lot of Katies. We'll ask them all.
I mean, I think it's the same thing with the sheltered kid stuff. I mean, I think a lot of our audience is that we're going to come out with a shirt that says sheltered kid on it. Mm-hmm. If you're not Katie, then you were probably a sheltered kid at least.
Ooh, that props us up for our final fan video submission.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, you'll love this.
Cool.
What's going on, Jake and Trey? So a couple, I guess, more of just a question for Jake. Just a question about sheltered kids, I feel like he's the expert. I go to my local gym, trying to stay healthy, and there's a guy there. Usually don't pay much attention to other people in there. There's a guy in there wearing long jeans. Already strike one. Why are you wearing long jeans in the gym? He also wears polos. And I started to suspect he was a sheltered kid because I could hear gospel sermons. I don't even think it's music. Sermons. And I could tell, I started to suspect because he doesn't have headphones. He just rocks his phone in his back pocket with the music sermon playing. So right there, I'm like, this must be a sheltered kid. Maybe I got to ask Jake, what is going on? So, and he rides his bike. San Antonio's not a bike-friendly area. So just a lot of things going on.
They just shove people off of bikes in San Antonio, man.
What is the gym attire?
Shove them into Riverwalk.
Sheltered kids wear? Is there a certain... Were you guys sheltered from certain... I don't know.
This guy is so confused.
He's truly bamboozled.
I'm obsessed now since, you put up a lot of funny sheltered kid videos. He's got to be a sheltered kid. He also prayed for a kid in between his sets on the squat rack. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great question.
Yeah. You're the expert. What? Any insights? This guy, he clearly needs some help.
It's not good. I'll say that. It's not good.
Just picturing a kid in jeans with a phone full blast in his pocket, like, turn your Bibles to the New Testament. Just doing a few bench presses, praying for a guy, riding his bike.
Are you done with those 45-pound weights? It's like, what'd you say? Oh, sorry. Let me turn down the sermon in my pocket. You probably couldn't hear me. Are you done with those 45
Are you done with those weights? Okay.
Because the weight of sin can be more than you think you can handle.
Can I lay hands on you, sir? He's like, back up.
He's like, no, that one was just spotting you. But you know who gave us the ultimate spot? He's like, all right, just
what is happening?
Get out of here.
Get on your bike and get out of here.
That guy was so confused. He's like, San Antonio's not even like bike friendly. So I don't even know.
Yeah.
We're bike angry around here.
Right. There's bikes at the bottom of the Riverwalk. We
People hate them.
We hate them.
The poor guy is definitely... if he didn't grow up sheltered, it sounds like he's sheltered now. He stumbled his way, he's biked his way into a sheltered lifestyle. Jeans to do any kind of physical activity. Everyone knew that a couple guys in PE that never brought shorts and they were always in jeans. And I guess some people just don't grow out of it. And I would imagine he's wearing whitey tighties. I would imagine he has multiple Reddit accounts.
Yeah.
And one of them is not good.
Yeah, if you could, dude, maybe just keep an eye on him, follow him to the locker room and just try to confirm if it's whitey tighties and let us know. And that would be Katie.
Let's give
It's funny.
Let's give him some homework.
Yeah, you got some homework. Try to see what the sermon is. Is it, is it like Life Church, or is it like a
Joel Osteen?
Joel Osteen, or is it like Mennonite?
Oh yeah,
right. Yeah. Is it having a phone? I think the Mennonites are like Amish people with phones, is my understanding.
Yeah, Amish people with Snapchat.
Mm-hmm. So circle back to us. Whitey Tidies, what kind of sermon and what kind of prayer too? Was
it out loud or was it like silent? I wonder.
Yeah,
the prayer
for him and then just in his own head.
Yeah, let us know that too. And then the bike is an interesting wrinkle. So see if the sermon's mentioning like,
he can't use cars.
Book of Mormon. Yeah, it could be a Mormon bike situation or a Mennonite.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. So, sheltered kids, believe it or not, they come in a lot of different shapes and sizes. Not colors, but shapes and sizes are different.
I mean, genes and physical activity, that's definitely a common physical trait, I think. I've seen it, and it's too bad the polo.
Yeah, so keep us posted. Thanks, fans. Yeah, keep sending in. We love to interact with y'all. The Correct Opinions Instagram. Student loans. Y'all, we did a little shtick to start the show. Big news. And I personally didn't have student loans. I was lucky on several fronts. And I don't know if you're Katie didn't either.
No.
I know Derek worked really hard to pay his, and he shouldn't have done that, I guess.
I was gonna say, strong opinions back here.
I'm nervous to say that I still have student loans because Derek's going to choke me. But
he's going to come across the editing table.
Derek worked very hard, him and his wife, to pay off their student loans, and I didn't even have that many, and I have just paid the minimum payment.
Smart.
Dude, he's admitting it. You're alive.
And this all comes out, and I'm definitely just like, I don't know. I'm not in a spot where I needed to be forgiven of my loan. It's like I'm happy to pay it. I wasn't like hoping to get them forgiven. But I'm like, well, I mean, if it's the opportunity's there, let's see if I qualify. And I go in and I put this on my Instagram story. I don't know if you saw it, but I didn't know my password for student aid. Once again, sorry, Derek. But
yeah, Derek, could you help him with the password?
You log into that site a lot.
You're good at the loans. Yeah.
You have to look at it all the time.
Like, Derek, you remember how to pay these. Could you help me figure out how the government to pay mine?
And it was like, hey, you forgot your password. It was like, we can either do this or just answer some quick security questions. Like, let's do that. It said, what hospital were you born in? So I was like, great, easy. And then the next question, it just said, how many is it?
Oh, I saw that.
Did you see that? That was a legitimate security question.
How many is it?
How many? Just be honest. How many is it? I was like, I don't.
That's a security question. Just what's it gonna take? You're just like the drop down menu. It's like gotta want it more than you think.
You have no idea.
You have no idea. Man, I don't remember that. Yeah, what were your drop down?
How many is it?
No, it was.
How many is it?
It was short answer. It was just all up to me. It was
short answer.
Yeah, there was no drop down menu.
It all started in Stratford, Missouri.
Yeah. How many is it?
How many characters do I get?
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know. There was no drop down menu. I promise. It was weird. It was so strange. I was just chuckling. I'm in this coffee shop. I'm like, I want to show someone. I'll just put it on Instagram. This is wild. So
yeah,
the government's not making it easy. I'll say that. You better know how many it is before you get on there.
Yeah,
know
tips
that.
from the pod. It is. I do have a couple of friends who, they're like, I remember one of my good friends. Like they did the whole Dave Ramsey intense. Let's pay it off. And I remember being like so happy for them. Like good for you. Like that's so impressive. But it is. It's unfortunate. But it's not. You always want a collective bad guy, and I think people agree. It's the colleges.
Yeah.
They're just raking it in, I guess. I don't really get it.
I think they were actually given larger rakes, really. They're like, hey, keep raking it.
Keep raking.
Yeah, to keep giving out those loans. Maybe another president will keep forgiving them.
Jeez. I just... It's going to be weird because by the time, we're parents of college kids... College was such a, what else are you going to do to our... generation.
I mean, we were raised I was taking weird classes I didn't want to take in 9th grade because of college.
It's college.
That's how we grew up. It was like college is the way to get a job.
It's going to be very, very different in 20 years.
Yeah.
So hopefully people, if you're out there thinking about going to college and you're like, I'll get a degree in how to talk to people, maybe don't spend 50 grand on that.
Yeah.
Accounting, everyone needs accounting. Those people, but then you won't have loans, but you also won't have friends. Is there like friend forgiveness? Like what if
you were pre-med, you were in the library all 4 years, then you go to med school.
Yeah, is there going to be some kind of government funded like friend forgiveness? Because some of these people have such lame degrees.
They give you, the government hands you like a fraternity experience. Like here's what it would have been like.
Like, thank you for building the city's bridges, civil engineer. My gosh, you can't look people in the eyes.
Here's a tailgate.
Yeah, here's a girl in jean shorts. You can talk to her.
At Georgia Tech, you can have it all.
Georgia Tech, what?
You can have it all. I was an engineer. I was clearly an 80 Pi.
Well, I didn't know
boom,
what
boom.
Yeah. Oh, we're bringing out the 80 Pi now. Well, we're starting to. There are comments like Katie seems pretty awkward. It's like because she was an engineer.
Yeah. I mean, what can you say? Doesn't leave me.
Actually, all the Katie comments are like, she's his wife. She can't sit at the table next to him.
Yeah. Andrew Tate. I know. It's like, sorry. She's in a plush chair. It's very trendy.
Very cozy over here.
It's a nice chair.
I like when we got this new studio and she sat down and Jake goes, new chair?
I was like, that looks cool.
I go, no, you've sat in that chair every week for 2 years.
That was the old Correct Opinions chair. I had no idea. I was like, that chair looks nice.
No. And then I remember when the chairs Jake and I are currently sitting in are Amazon Basics for like $40. And I thought about like, should we get nice chairs? And I'm glad I said no.
Yeah. Like, this is nice.
Screwed them together.
This is really nice.
So
wish they were ventilated, but
if you got free money, we're happy for you. Sorry if you know what, if you worked hard and you paid off your loans, you learned some valuable lessons. You should be proud nonetheless.
The lesson
I'm trying to make it. Yeah, I don't know.
The lesson is like how to some ramen noodle hacks. That's probably what you learned along the way. It's like, yeah, sriracha is not bad on it.
Yeah.
Try it out sometime.
Right.
Different ways to make peanut
answer
butter.
weird security questions.
Yeah, you probably remember your password. That's cool.
So, okay, little downer. We have something that'll cheer anyone up, even Derek.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I got you, Derek. The corn kid. He's everywhere.
He's my favorite.
Katie actually saw this before me.
I
Listen to
really
this kid.
like cone.
What do you like about corn?
Ever since I was told that cone was real, it tasted good.
Did you think corn wasn't real?
But when I tried it with butter, everything changed.
Yeah.
I love cone. Cone.
He's eating it.
Do you think everyone should be eating corn?
No, not everyone has to like it to be the best.
Yeah.
Everyone just has to try it. Have a bite.
What else are your favorite things?
I play a variety of games. Hide and seek, tag, never lava monster. Yeah, mostly cone. I mean, then look at this then. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's cone! Look at this.
It's corn!
Because cone is awesome!
Can you describe corn to someone who's never tasted it before?
A big lump with knobs. It has the juice. It's the part that mostly makes me like the cone.
How much do you think corn should cost?
$1. I hope you guys have a cone-tastic day.
A corn-tastic day?
What? It's just a pun about cone.
It's just
He's like, it's not that impressive. It's just a pun.
It's a pun about cone.
If anyone loves cone, if you come to me, I can tell you all about it.
Do you like corn?
No.
Have you ever had corn before?
No. For me, I really like cone.
It's cone.
Kid's awesome.
Yeah, he was really. I think initially they're like, look at this cute weird kid talking about corn. He's like, dude, I play tag sometimes. Mostly corn keeps me busy.
I'm not just a corn guy.
It's yeah.
Hide and seek. I haven't got to Lava Monster yet, but I'm working on Lava Monster.
Listen, not everyone has to like. I encourage you to try it, but I'm not. Just have a corntastic day.
You don't have to like it to be the best, he said.
No,
right.
Just everyone needs to try it.
Everyone needs to try it. I mean, eating it full vertical is a huge power move.
Yeah. I mean, looks like he was halfway to losing his teeth anyway, so he's like, I mean, might as well. Like, let's expedite the process.
Like with any hilarious viral little like interview clip, I thought the days were done when we turned that into a song. And this dude has revitalized the viral video song days. Listen to this work of art.
I'm excited to see this.
For me, I really like cone.
What do you like about corn?
It's cone! A big corn with knobs. It has the juice. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's cone! I can tell you all about it. I mean, look at this thing. When I tried it, I don't anything in. For me, I really like cone.
It's going to be in everyone's head the rest of the day.
When I tried it with butter, everything changed.
He's a juice fan, so butter's got to add to it.
Who was giving this boy dry corn? You ever had corn without butter?
The first 3 years, I went no butter, no salt, and then I was like,
It's
wow,
all natural.
now I really like it.
Butter and salt. Holy cow. Corn, man. Did you see the Chipotle ad?
No.
Amazing. They, instantly. I gotta show it here. I'll pull it up here. Hold on a second. They, probably they posted like a week ago. 3 days after this kid, I don't know. They immediately flew him out somewhere, and they did this ad with the corn kid. Is that what we're calling him?
Corn King.
The Corn King.
I don't know. Corn Kid.
Corn King, I think, is better.
Thank you.
It's cone! A big lump with knobs. It has the juice.
It has the juice.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a more beautiful thing.
It's cone.
I can't find it, but it's just they just have it panned down, and she's like, "Any rice? No. Beans?" You hear this little boy voice, like, "No." Any salsas? No. She's like, "How about corn?" And then it just pans the camera up to him, and he goes, "Cone!" That's it. 15-second video.
That's great.
Genius.
Good for Chipotle.
I know.
He also has Cameo already.
He's on Cameo.
$145.
No way.
Mm-hmm. It's cone.
It's cone.
I love Cameo. Has changed the lives of the viral kids. Do you think how far does Corn King? How far do you think he goes? Like, is he? I think the king of all viral kings is probably Walmart Yodel Boy, Mason Ramsey.
Yeah. Yeah, you had some of his merch.
Oh, absolutely. The Corn Kid. How far does he take it?
I don't know. At first I was going to say not very far, but at the same time, do you remember the Shirley Temple kid?
Oh, the Shirley Temple
yeah.
King.
Because he really built a business. He was on Cameo, and now he's in like Dave and Buster's or Main Event or whatever. He's like
he just lives there.
Yeah. Every time I go, he's always there. We always do motocross together.
Yeah, so doesn't even pay rent.
He's always there. We always split a Shirley.
Here's an example of Corn Kid's cameo.
It's me, the Cone Kid. I have really exciting news. I'm now on Cameo. Come and join me and have a fantastic day.
He's just holding a little
Before
corn
I do
cob.
Cone.
Just eating corn.
I'm afraid he might be a typecast now. Like every cameo for the rest of his life, he's gonna have to be holding a thing of corn. Yeah, he's just a corn guy.
Yeah, we'll have a Netflix doc in 10 years of him just like coming out of a dark hole. He's like, if I have another piece of corn, I'm going to lose my marbles. You hope that's not what happens.
Sammy, this message is from Chris. I really hope you have such a fun time at Nashville this weekend. Also, remember to eat lots and lots of sweet corn to stay big and strong. Do you really like corn? Because it's a big lump with knobs? Oh, because it has the juice. It's corn. I can tell you all about it. Just look at this thing. When I tried it with butter, everything changed. Bye.
I don't know if that was worth $145. Uh-oh.
His voice.
I don't know if he's got it.
Oh, the Cone Kid. Someone buy a cameo for us. Dude, if Erecti buys us, he's up to $200, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Buy us a Cone Kid cameo. We'll bring you on the show. God, we should have brought some cone. We ate corn because of that, didn't we? Last weekend.
Yeah.
I hope somewhere there's got to be analytics of like corn sales in America.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just popped off last week.
Rachel's dad's a corn farmer. I bet business is good for him right now.
Oh my goodness. He can't grow enough of this stuff, I bet.
You need to send him this
He
video.
has no idea why.
Yeah, he's like, all of a sudden, I mean, 2 weeks ago, I can't keep it on the shelves,
He's
can't
like,
keep it on the fields.
We used to sell it for like 19 cents an ear. Now it's just $1 even.
Yeah.
It's so random. We don't know why. That's what the cone kid priced it at. Just $1.
He said it's the market.
He
$1?
said, yes, sir.
Cone. That's great. Yeah. I love
cone.
when little kids find something. The Apparently kid. He was one of my favorites of all time.
But it's all I've yet to see these kids as adults. That's what we need to gather up all them as adults and see where they're at now.
Yeah, I checked in recently.
I bet the Apparently kid's not that cute anymore.
Yeah, it's
Not to be rude.
It's not as funny when you keep saying apparently and you're 19 years old. You know, that's not as adorable anymore.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember? I think her name was Sophia Grace. She was a little girl who was on Ellen. Ellen loved her.
Oh, yeah, that's the deal. Like this 4-year-old is like hilarious, but if a 18-year-old acts like this, you're a lunatic.
I'm trying to think. I mean, this was months and months ago where I stumbled upon her TikTok or something. And I think she's got some followers, but she's like, I think just kind of a normal girl now who,
Normal gal.
when she was 5, was on Ellen.
Was that the girl always in a tutu?
Yes.
Yeah, she was a hoot. She was a real hoot.
Sophia Grace.
She
Hey,
peaked
Sophia
really
Grace.
young.
Sophia, if you're listening, come on the pod.
Yeah, come on the pod, Sophia. Have some cone. Let's do it. Sophia Grace.
Pretty sure that was her name.
How's Mason Ramsey doing?
Wow, she's on IG.
Who?
Mason Ramsey?
Oh, he is interesting. I've tried to figure out what's going on with him. At one point, he had a job at Subway. And so I was thinking like, oh, good for him. He's like being taught how to like just work a normal job. But then he kept making like really weird TikToks inside the Subway. So it was like, well, this isn't how normal kids treat Subway, I don't think. And
Is he old enough to work at a Subway? How
He's
old is he?
15. So his voice is
wow.
dropped.
Oh.
I don't know if they're just like he's just going to school being a kid, but he'll post randomly. Yeah, it looks like he's just like going to the lake and working at Subway. But also like he posted a few hours ago, he's in a meeting with like his record label. I'm not really sure what's going on.
Need
Dude,
some cone.
Remember when that dropped and we saw the Walmart he was at? It's like 5 hours from here. And I got him, I DM'd him back and forth a little, or probably like his mom or grandma running it. I was like, should we drive out there? we did it. And I was like, it's like you always back up a little bit. It's like, Jake, do you think it's a good idea? Should we drive 5 hours to see an 11-year-old boy?
And film him?
Then film him?
Film him.
What do you think?
His grandparents said it was cool.
Katie, what do you think? Cone Kid, we love you, King. And moving right along, some other young talent, not as talented as Cone King. Now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. How well would you take care of your car if you had the same one your whole life?
One car, one life. I take care of it pretty well.
Yeah. Would you make sure it's clean?
Oh, yeah.
Clean your body? You only have one body, right?
I clean it.
Well, I think you should take care of something else you only have one of, your mind. And BetterHelp can do just that. There are plenty of ways to support a healthy brain, like learning a new language or taking power naps, but there's also BetterHelp online therapy.
That's right. And if you were looking for a therapist from BetterHelp, guess what? You could be matched with one in under 48 hours. That's quick. That's soon.
It's much more affordable than in-person therapy. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat-only therapy sessions. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. I've done therapy. It really helped me, and I want y'all to live a happy, healthy life. So try it out. You'll love it. Support the show. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/correct. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/correct. Olivia Rodrigo. Rodrigo. Cone had a little... had an interesting performance here. Let's listen down to this.
I bet that she knows Billy Joe, 'cause you play her uptown, girl, you're singing it together now. I bet you even tell her how you love her in between the chorus and the verse. Yeah, I know you get deja vu. I bet that
What do you
she
think, Katie?
knows.
Katie's a huge Olivia fan.
I am. Maybe she was sick or something.
She needs some cone.
Maybe she was sick. Maybe.
What's your favorite song of hers?
I don't know. They're all too good.
They're all too good.
They're all too
You're kind of like
good.
interviewing the corn kid. Why do you like corn? Because of the lumps and the knobs.
Everyone needs to try it.
Everyone needs to try it, and it doesn't have to be the best if you want it to.
How much do you think an Olivia Rodrigo song should cost?
$1.
Great.
Could you describe why you like Olivia?
Well, she's a
Because
really
of the knobs?
No. I knew where you were going with that.
That's gonna be knobs or juice.
Yeah.
That could have been a lot worse. We've seen way worse. Remember Fergie's national anthem?
Oh yeah, Carl Lewis's
national anthem. The Mariah Carey's debacle. That is all time.
I think pull one of these up. At least the Carl Lewis one. I mean, any of them, I guess, are all pretty terrible.
Mariah Carey disaster. Is that a good thing to YouTube? It was New Year's Eve is what it was. Dude, this thing was amazing. It's really, really, because she can actually is one of the best singers of all time. But yeah, the top comment says, I think what the problem was that she had no audio coming from her in-ear monitor, so she was winging it. I think that's what happens to some of these people. If I've sang before, so it's like if you can't hear the music stuff and you're just kind of guessing what is on pitch, but you just got to shut it down. Be like, hey, I can't do this. She stopped singing. Oh, it's a different one, actually. She's got to plan it off. Now they're just picking her up.
So she doesn't sing at all.
So that was smart. She just doesn't sing because she can't hear it, which was what she should have. So that was, I think, after this.
Oh.
Make my wish come true. I'm just gonna keep on waiting.
Okay, I'm not a singer, but I don't understand.
So make my wish come true.
There's just children fletting in the background.
Okay, as a singer, I don't. So you're telling me you can't tell?
It's an all-time confusing because we've heard her sing unbelievably over the years, but I don't know what she had to be on something or I'm sure she couldn't hear kind of, but
voice issues.
No, if I couldn't hear something, nothing would make me go, yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. See, I kill it. You hear that?
Oh, wow.
Okay. It's gone.
All I know is all those times we were singing on the road, I would join you. I never had in-ear monitors, and I did just fine.
You did just.
In
fact, you sound better than that.
My grandma, after the show, said, Jake, when did you take singing lessons?
My goodness, son.
So you tell me who needs in-ear monitors. I'm doing just fine.
We've got, I'm very excited to discuss this. This has been all I've been consuming on social media the past week.
Sorority girls dancing again?
No, moved on from that.
Okay.
Shout out all our sisters listening. Anyway.
Go sisters.
Addison Rae, we know her, huge TikToker, and her parents Here's the whole backstory. Her parents, they were apparently split up recently. Because Addison Rae, she had like 100 million followers. Her parents have like 5, 10, 15 million followers because of her. And they're like those parents that are like, they're making quite a few TikToks. Like, you're enjoying this a little too much. You're you're 48.
I don't think it's just a given that parents are going to have millions of followers. I don't care how famous you are. Like my parents don't have their own accounts for stuff. Yeah, it's like you got to want it a little bit. Yeah.
And so I guess with this fame, there's been videos showing up of the dad like kind of run around with these young girls, and so they're like split up, and then the mom is like she in all her TikTok and Instagram bio says single mom.
Oh,
so she's and Young Gravy, if you've heard, he's a white rapper by the name of Young Gravy. He has kind of announced that he likes Sherry Nicole, as her TikTok name is, Addison Rae's mother.
Okay.
So this all starts with this TikTok.
Back in America, and I'm looking to make some whoopee, you feel me? Trying to butter the biscuit.
This is Sherry Nicole reacting.
Oh my.
Back in America.
I'm trying to butter the biscuit.
Oh my gosh.
And then she bakes, she literally bakes 50 biscuits. So you're kind of thinking like, oh my gosh, but like maybe that's kind of fun. She's playing into this meme. And then play the next TikTok there.
I'm just shocked.
And then reaction to this. This is Addison's dad. When Young Gravy won't accept a boxing match. Run, white boy, run. He's trying to fight. He's shirtless, flexing, wanting to fight Young Gravy because of these butter biscuit jokes.
Even though they're split up.
Yeah, Katie's like, I don't see the problem. Why doesn't she just get to run off with Mr. Gravy?
If they're split up, he's running around with girls. She can do what she wants.
Yeah, I would agree. Nothing he's doing is making sense. Wait, play the last TikTok I have on there. This is him. I think this is the guy. Yeah, look at this. He's got a new girlfriend who apparently one of these weird slow-mos. He's like kissing this young girl on TikTok with the sunglasses on.
What? I haven't been able to say anything, so I'm so just. What's happening?
And
even just to go back to the shirtless screaming. That's like a 49-year-old man who just flexes and screams into a camera, and to 5 million people,
whose daughter is one of the most famous people in America right now.
She's probably dying.
Yeah, she has to be.
It's gotta be so sad.
What does he do?
That's just only social media could create this. Can you imagine if like a young Jennifer Garner's dad is like shirtless, like posts in the newspaper ad, like, who wants to fight me, Ben Affleck? It's never happened in the history of the world. It's unbelievable. And then play the last one. So then this is Addison's mom, Sherry Nicole, at an event with Mr. Gravy. And she's kissing people on TikTok.
Huh. So
this is her parents.
Is he 18 yet?
Mr. Gravy?
Yes.
Whose biscuit got buttered? What?
I don't know. There's a lot of. I don't know. We need the cone kid more than ever. Mr. Gravy is 26.
How many followers does he have? Is he just in for this the publicity stunt?
Yeah, he's definitely utilizing this to get quite a bit of attention. But he recently had like a viral TikTok song, and he's got a strong follow. He's like a legitimate.
He was already trending upwards quite a bit.
Okay.
And he's really leveraging this to add on. We'll see how it pans out for him. But yeah, this has never happened before.
Let me lay it all out there how I understand it. Young Gravy.
Caitlyn Jenner walked so Monty Ray could flex.
Young Gravy makes Which, I mean, from the beginning, this is already weird. Young Gravy makes a selfie video on TikTok. It says, yo, I'm looking to make some whoopee, maybe butter some biscuits, which is already a weird video to make.
I mean, all these people are insane.
Okay. And then a 50-year-old woman replies to it by getting a bunch of biscuits. And then Young Gravy's like...
Which who ate the biscuits, by the way?
I don't know. Was it just
Not
a prop?
her. Not her.
Not her.
Okay, not her. She's looking pretty slim. Is that what you're saying?
I mean...
And then Young
She's
Gravy...
trying to date a 26-year-old.
Yeah, she's probably not. He takes her to like some red carpet event, and now they're smooching. That's awesome.
Yeah, how did that? Yeah, there is more to this story.
It has got to be pretty exciting for Sherry. 8 years ago, she was dropping off Addison at freshman year of high school. Now she's smooching a guy called Young Gravy. So life comes at you pretty quick.
I mean... The Mr. Gravy. Well, I don't know what his actual first name is. Oh, he looks like a...
Guess what his actual name is.
Brendan Gravy.
Matt.
What's his name? No! She's good with genders and she's good with names.
Amazing.
She's a wizard.
I
Wow.
mean, he just looks like, yeah.
His middle name is Raymond.
Matt Raymond.
Matt Raymond.
What's his last name?
Hori. I don't know.
Huh. With all these women, he's acting like a Hori. He needs to settle down.
Okay, has Addison posted any like sort of rebuttal or like any sort of?
I just did see in my
She danced with some
in my
biscuits.
breakdowns. She posted a very kind of subtweety Instagram post with the caption. Where was it? Oh, was it deleted? I don't see it. Maybe it's deleted, but it just said "Think of me." It was like her looking off from like some $1 million
Young
place.
Gravy. While you kiss my mom, think of me.
Yeah.
Like, he's supposed to take this?
He should be dating her, not his mom.
That's the thing. I feel like a lot of girls really like Young Gravy. They're really into him. He's
got moxie.
A lot of women who would grant him access, as you like to speak. But he has chosen the 50-year-old woman who does not eat biscuits. This is all interesting. This is a life that I hope I never get caught up in. This is a life I don't understand. I hope my name never turns into anything that's a cream you put on mashed potatoes. I hope it stays how my name already is.
Gravy, yeah. Not cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
Butter. What about cone?
J Butter. J Cone. There's some drama for you.
So yeah, that we're gonna follow this closely here on Correct Opinions. We'll be your resource. But yeah, and in all seriousness, the poor girl. That's just, you can't imagine if your dad did that and you knew like 300 people. Imagine her doing that and 100 million people know you.
Yeah.
It's like it's happening in a small town, but your small town has 100 million residents. You know, it's like, gosh, everybody's gonna know now. It's
His name's Monty.
Her dad?
Yeah.
Monty. Cool.
But both, if nothing else, what this does to people, both her parents are in great shape. I think being in front of 14 million people will put the pressure on to get in shape. I guess, if there's any silver lining. She's got a couple little brothers. Oh. We don't know much about them.
They probably stayed out of the spotlight after, seeing all this.
I don't know. Maybe they just weren't as good as dancing.
Enzo Lopez is 14 years old.
Oh, he's still very young.
Do you think he listens to Young Gravy music now?
No.
Oh. Here's a little sidetrack. Speaking of ages, real quick, I learned a fun fact about numbers. So let's say someone born in the year like 1975 would be how old now? 47.
Mm-hmm.
So 1975 and 47.
47.
If you reverse those numbers, someone who's 75 was born in 1947.
Whoa.
Kind of fun. Kind of fun.
Do you have another example?
It works out for everything.
Oh, it works out for everything.
That's what I'm saying. Like someone born
only
in
this year, or every year?
I think as long as they're born in the 1900s, that little equation probably works out. And as long as they have already had their birthday this year, that's the little parameter in it. So assuming they've already had their birthday this year, the numbers can always be
I'm
reversible.
29. I was born in 92.
So someone
What
who
you're
was
saying.
92 years old was born in 1929.
Oh. We're all like it.
Wait, and somewhat. So I guess the math.
No,
is long
you
as
haven't had your birthday yet this year.
So it doesn't work.
That's why it didn't work there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something worked because I was born in '92 and I'm 29. That's something cool. So what just happened there?
Well, that doesn't add up to 2022.
Well, I never said it did, but I'm saying 29 and 92. But that's something. Something's happening.
There's
something's happening.
There's something.
Yeah, and I've lost 29 pounds.
Okay, there's something. No biscuits, huh?
I made that up. 2.9.
Same thing goes as long as we're talking reversible numbers. What's 8% of 25? Hard to know right off the bat, right?
52.
Nope. You just reverse them. That number is the same number as 25% of 8, which is easily just 2. A fourth of 8 is just 2.
Okay.
So sometimes if it's like a weird mental math thing, just reverse the percentages. This is a math
Do
podcast
we have a
now.
savant over here?
Yeah.
Just a little helpful tip for ages and numbers.
Yes, this is great. So what is there easy math to do? Like if Young Gravy becomes Addison's dad, then what's like the reverse? If you just reverse it, would that mean
so? You'd be shocked how much
Addison's Sherry's mom?
It depends how many times him and her mom made biscuits, and you take that number,
the percentage,
and reverse it. What she's doing to him, it's actually called a reverse biscuit.
A reverse if you. Okay, I'm starting to. Now it's starting to. Okay, that's a fun little math trick.
I got Katie to say ew, so that's my one good one for
the Katie ew chip.
The
We're up to 4.
I think so.
All right, I'm done then. I'm good.
It's fantasy football season.
Okay.
Did a draft this week. Had a heck of a time.
Do you feel like that's stolen valor for you to say you did a draft? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, we do. We try to honor. Like in esports, we do the anthem before, and we got some guys salute, some kneel. Like
Really?
we try to be
everyone.
We try to get all sides.
They make a statement at the national anthem before the fantasy football
draft.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
Good.
it matters.
Yeah.
I feel great about my team. Had a great draft, and Katie, all the wives, they're immediately like, football's already back on. They're bummed.
Yes.
And I heard Bill Burr not too long ago. He's on some late night show, kind of talking like, you guys are just jealous. You're jealous. We can just sit there. I remember we'll get together with couples and we'll just split. The guys watch football, the girls do this, or whatever sport it is. And she'll be like, "What do you talk about?" Like, we sat there for 4 hours and we didn't talk about anything. And they taught, they shared their deepest, darkest secrets. I think sometimes girls are jealous that we're able to sit there, just look at a screen and go, yeah, tackle him.
Very jealous of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you try to keep us from doing it.
Yeah, that's why.
So we thought we could. We're here to help. We know we have some ladies listening. We thought maybe fantasy football. You may have a guy in your life, or you might be a guy listening. You have fantasy football. So what are some alternatives you think girls could do? Fun activities to fill their time, so they don't have to feel bummed they're not a part of this.
That's not how we feel.
Yeah. So Jake,
I'm trying to think. They could, they could watch other guys on TV and fulfill their fantasy. Isn't that kind of what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's one option then. You're welcome.
All right. Done and done.
You start a league.
That was just the first. We're just brainstorming. That's just the first one that I thought of.
Spitballing.
I'm gonna keep thinking. What were you? Was that kind of the path you were thinking, or what?
You could. You're watching your Housewives. You're watching all those shows. Do a league with that. Draft Kyle. See how far. You get bonus points if they lick whipped cream off his knobs.
I don't watch that kind of TV.
Well,
That's why you're so bored when I do my football. Then.
All right, here's an idea. I had a little more time to think. Like it's a documentary. You kind of know what it's about. Everyone fills out a bingo card of like things that you think are going to happen in this documentary. So like we talked about last episode, I'd say your middle space is going to be like Protestant white man convinces other men's wives to have sex with him. That's probably your free space, if it's like a culty documentary.
Mm-hmm.
fill out bingo cards. You watch the documentary. Bingo was his name-o.
Girls loves true crime.
There you
I
go.
feel like you have a lot of gal friends who love the true crime.
Yeah. I think that
What is up with that?
I think it's like girls, or at least I like knowing it because I'm like, okay, what could happen? What could go wrong? Let me watch this and see how dumb they were.
Sick and twisted.
and then I will never do what they did. And hopefully this won't happen to me.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they say that's kind of why The Bachelor is so popular, because you like have this complex of like, I would never look that dumb on camera. People actually enjoy feeling better than the people they're watching. So
Yeah.
maybe that's a true crime thing. It's like, I would never be that dumb. I would never ask for a ride when I'm by myself, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe those things are
Yeah,
happening.
okay. That's because you heard her when we had a FedEx guy knock on the door, and she goes, "You locked the door, right?" Any man gets near a property. I mean, girls. I feel bad for mailmen. We talk about dogs and mailmen. How about the ladies? These poor guys are just trying to set a package on, get a signature.
That was the loudest knock I have ever heard
It
from
was
a
aggressive,
delivery
but
man.
He's passionate. I told a story on the pod when like Katie thought she was getting flanked. There was like a man there
did.
for the mailman, and then like a lawn guy came around back. She's like, "There's two of them here. They're coming in from the back
No,
and the
there
front."
was someone inside also working on
Oh,
something.
that's not good.
There's someone inside that.
And I was like, I don't know what's about to happen, but I don't feel good about it.
Like a take it scene. Trey's like, all right, I want you to set your phone down, put it on speakerphone. When they take you,
Let me talk to them.
yell out anything. Tattoos, height, weight, eye color,
Religious
hair color.
affiliation.
Yes.
Best guess.
First pick in a fantasy football draft. Just assume.
Not anything.
That quick side
I
note
will
about
not
that.
find
When I
you.
went to study abroad, my youngest brother, who was, I don't know, very little at the time,
Oh, wow.
before I left,
Catching strays.
he looked at me and said, he was like, "Remember, Dad is not Liam Neeson, so you need to be very careful." And then dead serious.
Well, not all our dads could be Liam Neeson.
That's a funny thing to say as a little boy.
Yeah.
I know he was. I mean, I don't know how old, he was very young.
Where'd you study abroad?
Ireland.
Ireland. Did you have any like scary situations or anything?
Oh yes, but this was in Amsterdam.
Ah.
I did almost get taken.
Okay. Now we're talking.
We were playing this kind of game. We were on one of those like pedal beer bikes, so it's kind of a bad start to the story.
We were playing this
My
game.
sorority sisters.
It
we were
was
doing a lot of woo.
mixed company, and the guy that was leading this, taking us on this
Oh, a
tour.
mixed sorority?
No, mixed
Oh.
company.
Oh, that wasn't mixed.
And the guy that was taking us on it, we had like these challenges for us. So he'd be like, "Okay, get off the bike and go do this challenge or whatever." And it was
Run
like,
down that alleyway.
Yeah. it was like kind of fun.
Let's
but
do a challenge.
it was my turn.
Delete your parents' numbers in your phone. Whoa, you did it so fast.
Let's do hand me your passports and I'll keep them for you guys. That'd be fun.
And granted, this is not, I don't look so great in the story either, so I'm going to preface that. But it was my turn, and he was like, "You have to go get people to like hold you like laying across, like all those like dumb photos we used to do. where,
Planking.
like the person lays across and people are holding you." So I had two guys, my friends, come with me for this journey because I'm not doing this alone.
True crime.
I'm getting held up, and the man that's like holding like my upper body.
The
just
knobs.
After the no, after this picture, just looks at me and just goes, "And now we take you." Just dead serious.
You say, please don't. My dad's not Liam Neeson. Please don't.
You don't.
I mean-
Listen, my dad doesn't know when to fear.
I jumped down, so I ran away, and the guys that I was with were like, "What happened?" I'm like,
Oh my
It's
god.
just a guy screwing with you.
"Probably," but
How-
it was scary.
How brutal.
And now we take
any
you.
college girl you see, if you live in Europe and you come across female American tourists, that's gotta be the funnest game ever to play.
Like, you want to share taxi? They're so expensive. Yeah. Now I take you.
You're just like, girls like, "Do you mind taking a photo in front of the Eiffel Tower?" He's like, "Yes."
I take photo.
Come get to it now.
I
They
take you.
just watch him scream. He's like, "Oh, that's so funny."
I mean, he probably was, but I was scared.
I mean, that would scare me greatly.
Just
Glad
every
you're still with us.
Uber driver in Europe is like, you ever get scared the Uber driver's going to take you somewhere else?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I don't worry about it. I just didn't know if you did. Oh, okay. No, you're fine. Katie, glad you made it okay.
Yeah, glad
Thank
you're
you.
back.
That is
you.
scary.
Glad you're back here in the great state of Missouri, where spanking is back.
Yeah, I saw this headline this week. I'm a Missouri boy. You guys know Stratford, Missouri Wikipedia, notable figure.
And spanking is back.
And spanking.
Spanking's back in a big way. A school district in southwestern Missouri. Southwestern Missouri, they're a real, people say conservative, they're a progressive part of the country.
You think?
They really pushed forward the Delta variant.
Yeah, we did.
That's
us.
You talk about the business that's booming in that area. Meth is bringing in, I don't know how many.
Look at the show
dollars in
Ozark.
revenue.
Yeah.
Ozark.
Our GDP for Southwest Missouri has got to be amazing.
And now spanking's back. Classes resumed Tuesday in the school district. And for the first time since the school board in June, they approved bringing corporal punishment back.
There's some
first time since 01.
Great quotes in this article.
They still had it in 01.
Yep. We've actually had people thank us for it, says the superintendent. Surprisingly, those on social media would probably be appalled to hear us say these things, but the majority of people that I've run to have really been supportive.
Yeah, the same. Is this the principal? No, principal, I think. They're all different types of kids, Harkey said. Some people need a good butt whipping. I was one of them. That sounds exactly like something my dad would say.
Yeah. Hey, tell you what, I need a good butt whipping every now and then. Maybe these kids do.
You get whipped. I love this. So in the article, it says, the policy states that corporal punishment will be used only when other forms of discipline, such as suspensions, have failed. So I like to think, like, spanking to me seems like a thing, like, in the moment, someone's being upset, like, you need to teach them a lesson about the, disobedience they just showed right now. But this makes it seem like we've tried suspension. It's been weeks since they've been tardy. Should we just spank them now? Like 3 weeks later?
We tried detention.
They keep cheating on tests. Nothing will work. Let's hit them. Let's start hitting them.
This is really interesting. It says the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that corporal punishment, whooping kids at school, is constitutional and left to the states. That's a great thing about America. Like, you know what? States,
This
you do it.
seems complicated.
Yeah. And so it says, I think, 19 states have laws allowing it. And the data shows that around 70,000 kids were maybe spanked in schools. So we're talking a very, very low number, right? Across the country.
I don't know.
Still more than you think.
That's way more than I thought.
That seems like a lot.
But how many kids are in school?
I don't know.
50 million?
12.4?
I don't know. We're really accurate here. Do the math trick. If you reverse it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you forgot to reverse
if it's
it.
K through 6, you reverse that, so 6K.
6K,
So
6,000.
6,000.
And 70,000 are getting whooped? They're just bringing kids off the street? Oh, no.
The reverse trick works for everything.
No.
Go to school.
Surely.
America.
Surely
Oh.
the parents have to sign off on this.
I think so. Also, Trey, you
No,
nailed it.
I think that is the rule. It said as long as if those parents who are down, they're like, hey, whoop my kid.
I just Googled how many.
My shoulder sore.
Yeah, you go ahead. You play football in high school? Yeah, that's fine. How many kids go to school in America? I just Googled it. You said 50 million? 49.5 million. That's amazing.
Well, 330 million. How many kids? I guess that.
Got two savants in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Names and numbers.
70,000. It's very little.
Okay.
That
That is very
it says,
low.
Oklahoma banned, is it? That's kind of surprising. Oklahoma really likes to kind of let whatever go. I'm a proud Oklahoma boy. Okay, I can say it. No teacher hit me.
Yeah, I don't think I was hit by a teacher.
Right.
Yeah, what states do allow it? Does it list them all?
It says many are in the South.
That's
I knew it was going to come as a shocker.
Yeah. Portland, believe it or not.
Yeah.
They spank them, but in a way that they like.
Okay.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Thanks, Derek. Yeah. Oh, no. That's the OKU meter. We're up to 8. Sorry.
I'm just still scrolling through this article. I haven't really read the context around it, but this sentence says, disabled students are more likely to be subjected to corporal punishment.
Well, yeah, I think I was reading. That's kind of the argument because they, obviously the first thought is like disabled kids or minorities, like maybe in certain areas, is this white teacher going to kind of be like, I'm going to really let this one have it? I don't know.
Gosh.
Well, disabled kids are difficult to probably, manage and stuff. And I'm sure it's like not every teacher, unfortunately, is like a wonderful person. So I guess the argument is like maybe these kids are going to get it unfair. Right? That makes sense.
I see. It's not like saying, hey, we need to be whipping more disabled kids. It's saying like the data shows that they are more likely.
Or maybe
to
I'm
be
wrong. Maybe I forgot to
spanked.
reverse it. Actually, so you think disabled people shouldn't be
I think
treated unfairly, so you reverse it, and that's what
I think I have a sports marketing degree. I don't know how to educate or punish kids.
But
It can't
spanking's
never
back in a
spanked
big
them.
way. You didn't spank kids when you were camp counselor?
I was just want to get that out there. I never spanked any
That's
kids.
good. That's good.
When you were like 18, you weren't spanking like a 12-year-old or anything.
No, I didn't think it was right.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
That's good.
Yeah.
But other people were.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
No, they were not. We did not do that.
That is a fascinating article because I thought like I remember like my parents would be like, yeah, back in like the 60s, some of those really bad kids, you'd get a yardstick, give them a little pop.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it's still happening.
My middle school had spanking. The principal had a
Okay.
paddle in his office.
Here we go.
Ooh, like a frat paddle,
Pretty much,
Yeah.
probably.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had holes in it.
Yeah, I kept
Aerodynamics.
Aerodynamic.
Oh, the holes.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm starting to do that with pickleball paddles.
Did you ever get a little pop?
I did not.
Okay.
Nope. Up to
Good kid.
parents.
Oh, okay.
How many was it like common that kids got spanked?
I only knew like 2 that did. So
Wow.
What are they up to now?
not good.
They paired up. They run a law firm. Spanking and Spankers.
Not good.
Yeah.
That's great. 2 words. Not good.
Okay, so we don't have a large sample, but we're 0 for 2 on strangers hitting you as a child, and that ending well.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it works for the school district. Spanking's back, and
I think if they really, sorry, one last thought. If they really wanted to, like, shape kids up, public spankings, right? That's how they used to handle crime back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
They would do things in public. Like, it's not the pain that would make me shape up. It's like all my
Right.
friends saw me like get bent over by Mr. Johnson.
oh yeah,
Which his name wasn't actually Mr. Johnson.
yeah, but your parent has to do it. They've got to get off of work, got to come to school.
Oh, the parent does.
you
I
ever,
mean, that would be terrifying.
you ever get reprimanded by your parents in front of friends?
Yeah. Like,
Oh.
I never want to do this again.
Yeah, my friends would be over, and I'd do a little, and you'd show off, right? Like mouth off to my dad in front of my friends, like, I might be like, come with me, and you just get, and he would make sure I knew this. He'd do an adjacent room. He wouldn't take me to the other side of the house.
Like, they can still hear.
Just shut the door, and you just hear kind of maybe a, and I walk out like crazy, right?
He was showing me how to
He just
shoot a free throw.
Yeah, he wanted to work on my form. You guys want to hang out standing up for a while? Yeah, it was the shame that did it.
The public spanking is
Mhm.
really what I think is going to help kids.
Yeah.
Or public anything. It doesn't even have to be spanking. Just
Just-
do it in the middle of the cafeteria. Whatever you're
Yeah.
going to do. Whatever you're going to do in
Wow.
private, do it during lunch.
Wow. I can't wait to see how you raise your children.
I will say I have a lot to learn probably. And I spent so much time, in youth ministry and at Kanakuk and yada yada. I'm really ready for a 12-year-old. So I feel good. So if I can somehow start a kid off at 12, I feel comfortable.
Ever heard of adoption?
No, is that a girl's name or a boy's name?
Reverse it.
Reverse it. Oh,
Yeah, you kind of want to reverse
N-O-I.
parent. If you could get like a Benjamin Button kid.
Yes, that would be great.
But it's like when they're 18, you send them off. But for you, it's like once it hits like 10, you are done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have them from 18 to 11, and then I send them off.
If I hear of that syndrome somewhere, you'll be the first guy I call.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
Or if it's just like me and my wife, we just kind of split it up. Like, why don't you take them from 0 to 12, and then I got them from 12 to 18. When their bodies are changing, it's confusing. Let me take it. I got it. You got it. The rest. I can't really help much from 0 to 2 anyway, from what I understand. I do like the name adoption though, Katie. That was a good idea. I'll keep that in mind. Write that in my
Yeah.
baby name notes.
Yeah, good luck with that.
See if I have any baby name notes.
Dude, can we look at I want to skip down, or actually, what do you want to look at next? Brittany Aldean. I found this on Katie's phone. She followed E! News, so I saw this.
Katie fell asleep early. Grab your phone.
Yeah.
Maren Morris calls out Jason Aldean's wife over transphobic comments.
Is Maren Morris trans?
No, she's a female country singer. Met her once. I was on the red carpet back in the day. she wouldn't recall. I was doing interviews for some brand.
Megabus.
Not Megabus. She couldn't have cared less to speak to me.
Cool.
It's all good. Brittany Aldean posted, like, I'd like to thank my parents for not changing my gender when I went through my tomboy phase.
I mean, that's gonna get some feedback.
I mean, what got into her one day? She's like, I want to type this out. Do we need to do?
I mean, anyone with a following, like, why ever take the risk of saying anything polarizing?
Oh, Jason Aldean, who's a very famous country singer, commented on it and said, "LMAO." I'm glad I didn't too, because we wouldn't have worked out. Classic, right?
Supportive husband.
He likes girls, and if she wasn't one,
then he would have to like boys.
So a pretty aggressive Insta post for a Tuesday, and then Instagram stories. Brittany expanded on her unsolicited thoughts. I love when articles put a little stuff in there. Unsolicited thoughts.
Just to keep in mind.
Aren't all of our thoughts unsolicited? She's like, she goes on and on about gender affirming care is one of the worst evils, da da da. She's a wife of a country singer. And she's like, speaking candidly, she was a tomboy and they didn't change my gender. She's acting like parents everywhere are like, oh, she likes to wear that shirt instead of this one. Let's take her to the hospital. Like, most aren't doing that.
I don't think so.
I don't think. And then Maren Morris replied just saying, don't be a scumbag.
Good word.
And called her Insurrection Barbie, which is objectively hilarious.
Maren. Good for her.
Insurrection Barbie? Dude, if there's a good thing about January 6th, it's that it's a hilarious joke for the rest of time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just what did he say on the pod last week? Like, what's your birthday? January 6th? Where you got to be January 6th? Did you see Charles Barkley on TNT one time? They're like, we miss you, Ernie. Come. He's left. He's at the Capitol. Just making fun of any white guy saying they're there January 6th.
No, I do think it's funny, yeah.
Hilarious. She posted a tomboy gender thing, and she's like, you were there January 6th, Insurrection Barbie. It's a great punchline. There's always a positive.
Uh-huh.
You got to reverse it.
That is pretty bold, though. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, she was asked, she knew someone was going to comment on that.
Do we need to do this?
I mean, I think people feel like this conviction to like stand up for what they believe in. But I mean, how many times do we have to learn like no one's going to change their opinion based off of what a country music artist or an Instagram influencer says on the internet? No one is going to change their opinion. It's so funny that people still like need to state it.
It is weird because I think we all feel it, right? Whenever like you have your strong opinions, you're like, I gotta say something. I feel like that's in me a little bit. I'm like, I don't, because we try to be lighthearted and keep it fun. And there's been moments where I'm like working on bits or jokes. I'm like, what if we joked about abortion?
Yeah,
like,
totally.
I don't. Well, no,
it's not our type, at least as of now.
Right.
We're not those types of comedians at the moment to have like.
Oh, you thinking about reversing it?
I'm just trying to think of things in perspective. We're like year 2 in a stand-up comedy. If we do this for 20 years, sure, maybe we'll get to a point where we have more of a stance on social issues, but we're not social issue comedians. We are, my parents wouldn't let me watch Harry Potter comedians. Let's talk about that. I had a speech impediment when I was just a little glowing boy.
Yeah, you're most comfortable around 12-year-olds.
Stuff that's relatable.
Relatable.
To our audience of moms who are also around 12-year-olds.
And very sweet.
Yeah, I should do more 12-year-old content.
Mm-hmm. Love our 12-year-old fans. Little Maddoxes, they call them.
Little Mason Ramseys. All right. Maren Morris.
So, Katie, delete the post you're about to post.
Yeah, I mean, I have a controversial Instagram. I don't know if anyone's been on there, but I really like to post a lot of my opinions and things like that.
It's not worth it, Katie.
I'll just go and delete all those today.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
I love a good fight on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Do that. Yeah, it was just fun. I was just asked to borrow Katie's phone, and her Instagram will pull up maybe that's a segment we do later. Just what's on Katie's phone. That'd be fun, right?
I would love to see what's on Katie's phone if you pull it up.
We'll do that. I want to see, you sent me this. I want to see it. I just threw it in the doc, Derek, under Brittany and Maren. Hope they figure it out. We could all use a little motivation.
Oh, yeah. Someone just sent this to me right before we did the podcast. I was like, perfect. This looks hilarious. Looks like it's a spoof on like motivational podcast.
Comfort. People that stay in the same place get too comfortable. Move constantly. I move cities 10 to 15 times a year. My kids can't make friends. I don't care. On a micro level, if I'm relieving myself in a Wendy's bathroom for more than 5 minutes, I change stalls. I've never spent more than 10 minutes in a movie theater. My life is a movie, so you sure as hell won't catch me in one.
That was awesome.
I move cities 10 to 15 times a year.
Yeah. You gotta, once you get comfortable, man, that's when I know.
Yeah.
I'm screwed. We got to stay uncomfortable. That's why I bought a studio where it's an 88 degrees in here.
I feel uncomfortable, and this is where I want to be.
Yeah.
Dripping.
If you enjoy this podcast, good. Because if it was a Chris 69 in here, it would suck.
It'd be boring.
It'd be boring.
It really pushes our creative limits.
When the camera's on Katie, she's looking at me going, please let me out of here, please. And I won't. I won't let myself out of here. I won't let Jake out of here. We got to stay uncomfortable.
I would even go as far as say, if you guys are enjoying this episode, turn it off.
Yeah, turn it off.
And don't listen next week either. Okay? Thanks. Thank me later.
Stay motivated.
Yeah, seek discomfort.
Seek it. That's so annoying. My kids that can't make friends. I don't care.
I don't care.
They're uncomfortable. Good. They even change their diapers. They cry.
They cry in the night. Once they get to a certain point, they cry for so long, I think they're getting used to the crying. I make them stop crying.
Yeah, I make them comfortable.
Switch it
so
up.
It won't be comfortable with the uncomfort. Speaking of uncomfort too, the death slide's making the rounds. What was this, dude?
I don't know. I feel like I saw like multiple different angles of this on my TikTok over and over. So it's like we got to talk about this on the podcast. Katie, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but I don't know if it was a county fair. It seems like a county fair type thing.
Of the giant slide in Detroit.
It's unbelievable. Hell to the no. Like, did you not test it? Like,
It was closed during the pandemic, reopened last Friday, but it was forced to close just hours later after videos went viral as riders going way too fast. Racing too high.
This is an island in the Detroit River, right across from Windsor. If you're in Windsor right now, listening to my voice and or Jesse's voice, hell no, do not go near this giant slide.
That's the worst one.
Did you say Windsor, Ohio?
Outside of Detroit.
Going to the hospital.
Outside of Detroit.
Kids will get on my nerves, so I said,
They just slam me down the slide.
Also,
Are
is
people
it
just
metal?
doing that? Yeah. Are they doing it just because, like, let's just see how bad it hurts? I mean, surely they witnessed that person.
So the first thing I ever saw about it was like this was only open for an hour and a half. And so I don't know if all the content we're seeing is just what happened in that hour and a half or if they've tried to reopen it. And I mean, no physics were taken into account when they created that.
No.
I mean, you're going so fast and these ramps are so big.
Also,
it's amazing.
It was open for an entire hour and a half.
The first.
If first people on the slide, you should have been like, no, we're not doing this.
Yeah, like maybe they just weighed a lot. Maybe they just had a slippery rug.
Yeah, we had
Let's try somebody else.
Yeah, let's try a lighter person so they can get more air.
Yeah. Like, we can't, we're just sending a bunch of people that we can't tell if, like, the fatter you are, the worse it is, or the skinnier you are.
I don't know
So
what
far,
is.
100% of people are hurting themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, have you ever seen those crazy big, like, water ramps? They have them in Waco, Texas. Have you done those?
Oh, yeah, I've done it a couple times.
It's
BSR Cable Park.
You think it'll be fun, but it is kind of, but it's also quite painful.
You really got to stick the landing.
You're moving, and it just shoots you and plunges you into the water.
That's like
just
the big one that
"Ow."
it truly is like this, and you just shoot
Yeah.
over, and I've never done that.
Yeah. Derek, or I guess you guys probably all can imagine it. But yeah, it's just, I mean, maybe 100 feet down this water slide, and then it just shoots you into a lake. And yeah, I mean, you lose control of your body pretty quickly, and you're front flipping, you're belly flopping. It was the ultimate. I mean, guys loved catching football, so that was the best spot to try and like throw me a ball when I'm in the air.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but yeah, you smack your face hard.
Oh.
But you can go down the slide any way you want. So you can go down like head first, feet first, backwards, head first, and you can really hurt yourself certain
Reverse
ways.
it, yeah.
Yeah, you got to reverse it.
Seriously.
Yeah, because you can't really see, and sometimes you just smack your head off the ramp and you just go limp going into the water. It's beautiful. Win multiple times.
Sounds safe.
Let's try it sometime. Let's do what's on Katie's phone. New segment alert. What's on Katie's Instagram? I'm just gonna pull it up. I'm just see what girl account she follows.
It's kind of scary.
Let's see
just
this
toss
throw.
it over.
Let's see this throw.
Dude, she's so athletic. Watch this.
Oh, what a catch!
That was almost so embarrassing for me.
That's what you get for trying to make it embarrassing on me.
Yeah.
No, I knew you could do it.
Just peg it in your face.
I love watching. Anytime early on, when I was like, Katie, she'd be like, let's go like do some sports stuff. I was like, I don't know. I was like, is that kind of your thing? She's like, you've seen the way I can catch car keys. I was like, the way. And we played pickleball and you're pretty good.
I know it's so rude. I won't even go there, but so rude.
Let's
just
hear it.
because I'm a girl, you're like, can't play sports with you.
That's not true at all. I've seen some of the signs.
Such as?
I don't know. Just like.
I've caught 100% of the things you've ever thrown at me.
Whoa.
And it happens daily.
Feelings?
I'm just kidding.
It's like when you threw that lamp at me.
You're a speaker.
Yeah,
you're a
when you
soccer
threw
girl.
that.
You're a soccer girl.
When you
Soccer
threw
people
that
can't
pot,
like.
that pot at me, I caught it.
I caught it. When you threw that dull knife.
Yeah. Soccer people who play soccer can't catch. We just know that. That's not a sexist thing. That's a soccerist.
You don't know
You're
that.
good at soccer. I've seen you play soccer.
Thank
You're
you.
very fast.
And you said Katie was good at pickleball, which is one
She's
of the
not bad.
hardest sports to play.
Is it?
No. It's one of the easiest.
It
but
is.
you got to
It
start
is.
somewhere.
It is.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull it up and see what it pulls up. Instagram.
Oh yeah.
A post from Be Viral. Oh yeah, I know them. They're great. And it's this.
Looks like a lot of skin.
What's that called?
Acro yoga?
Acro yoga. What
I
is
mean, that is
acro-
impressive.
I mean, it is. What's acro yoga though?
You're like I think you do yoga with a partner and you do all those crazy things.
Are there classes for this?
Yeah.
Who can do that?
People on
She's
this
bridging
buses.
and standing on another woman.
Acrobatic yoga. We should go. Trey and
Katie's
Jake.
like, just because I'm a woman, you don't think I can do that? I actually don't think you can do that.
I can't do that.
All right, we got to go to an acro class.
That would be awesome. Do you think you're the base or the flyer? Is that how it works? What are the positions?
Yeah, what are the positions?
That sounds about right.
The reverse biscuit?
We should try the reverse biscuit. I'll be the gravy, you be the sherry. You can be the gravy.
E-News, more of young gravy kissing this woman. So you knew about this, Katie.
You knew about this and you didn't tell us.
I didn't.
Check this out.
Let's see what.
Oh, it's not playing anymore.
Oh, this is great. You follow some funny stuff. Okay, we've got acro yoga. I've gotten a Nordstrom ad and a Zara ad.
Those ads get me.
Well, stop doing that.
Well, they work.
Yeah, you're proof. Yoga ad. Working out with a teenager.
I don't know what that
Oh,
is.
no, that's Jake's account. Gap ad. Shop this. Shop that.
Let's see what my ads are.
This is crazy,
You
Katie.
can see why I online shop so much. It is forced in my face.
Megan Roop doing a workout. Who's that?
She's a great fitness influencer.
Okay. Banana Republic ad.
See anything cute on those ads? I don't want to miss them.
No.
Okay.
Katie Maloney's pumping the brakes on Brock Davies' claim that she was disinvited to his wedding.
Who in the world is Katie Maloney?
You
and
know those people?
Brock Davey?
I don't.
Brock Davey.
Rolex ad. All right.
That was
I'm
supposed
not
to be
giving
your
this
birthday
back.
present.
Oh, yeah.
Now you can't get it for him.
Ah, dang it.
I went to my Instagram to see what my ads were, and look at this. The very fourth video is the death slide, and the account just posted about it.
Big death slide guy.
Yeah. This is only open for one day, but cemented in our hearts forever.
They're listening.
How RX bars are mislabeled.
Oh, I love all those like.
Oh, yeah.
Food accounts.
Everything I eat is cancerous, according to Katie. I don't know if anyone else has a lady like that in their lives or are that person. I'll find something new and tasty that I think is healthy. She's like, that has carrageenan in it, which has been proven to make you grow a third ear. What is that?
I don't know how to pronounce it. Carrageen. I don't know.
Yeah. What is it? I can't have that.
I mean, I've heard. I haven't done the full research, but I've heard that it is very cancer causing.
Katie camera.
Oh.
I'm doing this because I trust you.
No problem.
No problem.
So fun. So fun.
It's been a fun episode.
This
Young
has been
Mr.
fun.
Gravy.
I really like the videos from the fans. Keep sending those in.
Yeah, seriously. Thank y'all. Review us. Subscribe on YouTube. We got the fancy new studio that we're uncomfortable in for you.
Seek uncomfortability. Go to sleep outdoors.
Sleep outside. What else makes you uncomfortable? Have your mom DM Mr. Gravy.
Go through a car wash with your windows down.
Go on the slide.
Yeah, go on the dead slide.
Appreciate y'all. Love the Recties. We'll be in Ohio tomorrow.
Yeah.
Come say hi if you're at the Stark County Fair.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll be a lot of you. And Trey.com/tour for the rest of the dates throughout the year.
Yeah.
See y'all.
Correct opinion.